Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in a new location again. Today we're actually in Ironwood, Michigan. And if you didn't know, Michigan is actually separated by two peninsulas, and we're in the Upper Peninsula and we're going to be going basically as west as you can go. Almost to Wisconsin again, if you guys watched the last video. As usual, I'm excited to explore a new place, and I'm super stoked because we've actually never been to the Upper Peninsula in the summertime. We usually always go in winter or fall. So yeah, don't really know what to expect. Hopefully the bugs aren't too bad. But yeah, we got about 20 minutes left and we should be able to make it to Lake Superior for sunset, so. We made it to Lake Superior just in time for golden hour. Look at that sun. This is Little Girls Point in Ironwood, right on Lake Superior. Gorgeous. And after a long day of driving, we headed back to the hotel for the night. It's the next morning, and we definitely slept in a little bit, but we are ready for adventure today. We're gonna go get some coffee at a place called Copper Cup, which is just this little place on the side of the road that we saw last night. So yeah, coffee, and then we're gonna do some hiking and waterfalls today. So I didn't realize it was a fully drive-through place, so yeah, we just have to drive through and get our coffee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys too. Just like that, we got coffee. We stopped downtown for a little bit while we drank our coffee, and right away we spotted some murals and even a brand new one that was just being started. And there's just something about the vibe of small towns that I absolutely love. I think it's probably how peaceful and relaxed everything is compared to life in the city, and I honestly could see myself moving somewhere like this in the future. Oh, and Ironwood is basically surrounded by mountains. I was not expecting views like this from town. Guys, we made it to Copper Peak, and I'm not gonna lie, this has been something I've been looking forward to doing for like 3 or 4 years. You can't see it from here, but at the top of this not abandoned ski lift, but this old ski lift, you're able to take a chairlift up there, and there's an observation deck, and you can see 3 states on a clear day, and today it's clear. So not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous until I got here and saw people with babies strapped to them and a bunch of children. Andrew's a little bit afraid of heights, but he said he's down to do it, and yeah, so we're about to go get our tickets and head up the chairlift. All right, and they just got down, and how was it?
It was fantastic. I am afraid of heights, and I can tell you this, if Bubba can do it, anybody can do it.
There you go. All right, Bubba. Yay! Woo! All right, walking up the chairlift now. All right, we're on the chairlift and we are off to the top. How you feeling, Andrew?
Pretty good. I've been on a lot of chairlifts. Never one's with like an actual harness.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever been on a chairlift. I think this might be my first time. So I wasn't nervous until I looked down behind us. And not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous now. But at least it's not a windy day. All right, so we just got off the chairlift, and now we are about to take this elevator all the way to the top. Wish us luck. We made it to the top, and like I said, the views are insane. Below our feet. Look at Andrew, who's afraid of heights, going first all the way up to the platform. Wow. How you feeling? That cabin is sweet. Goals. So there's a helicopter coming right now, and we're basically level with it. So I don't know if you can see it in the air, or you can definitely hear it, but that's insane that we're level with the helicopter right now. All right, so we just finished up at Copper Peak and we're riding the chairlift down. That was incredible, and I highly suggest everybody checking it out. Even if you're afraid of heights, there's parts that you can do as well, and it's all super covered. And yeah, shout out to everybody that works here. They were all amazing too. I think next we're gonna go meet up with our friend Sam, who's actually in town from Minnesota. So we're gonna go back into town and see if we can link up with her. We met up with Sam, and if you guys don't already follow her, you definitely should check her out. She's a super talented photographer from Minnesota, currently living out of her Jeep with her dog Leo. We grabbed some takeout and had a little parking lot picnic at the hotel before we went to the Black River Scenic Byway, which is actually a road that leads right to Lake Superior and has a bunch of waterfalls along the way. Alright, so after all those waterfalls, we made it to the end, which is the Black River Harbor that spills into Lake Superior, and we're going to take a couple casts. Alright, first fish of the day! Look at that! There it is. What kind of fish is that?
I think it's just a shiner. I don't know.
Bud. Oh, he's such a little cutie. Then we decided to try and catch the sunset at an overlook not too far away, and we made it just in time. Not a bad place to watch the sunset, on top of Mount Zion, which you can actually drive right up to and walk right up to this view. We didn't have to hike at all for this, so that was perfect. You can see Copper Peak way in the distance back there. The next morning we got some coffee and started the day off exploring another waterfall. Then we grabbed a quick lunch at the 906 Cafe right next to the falls, and it was amazing. Now we are at Bluff Valley Park in Bessemer, and I don't know if you guys can see the little peak behind me, but we're going to attempt to make it up to the top of that bluff. Apparently it's supposed to be a good view of the town, so let's go check it out. And after a long hike, we grabbed some quick dinner from a diner downtown called Ben's Place. And I even got a hand-spun malt. I seriously love going to cute little diners like this. made it down to the beach at Superior Falls, and you guys, look at those cliffs behind us. What is that? I was not expecting any of this. Ironwood, you're blowing me away completely. The top of the falls is up there, and this is the bottom of the falls, and it spills right into Lake Superior with those beautiful cliffs behind us. Insane. Oh, we just got back from Superior Falls, which was seriously insane. And Andrew is getting the fire ready. We're at Little Girls Point for sunset, and gonna have a little bonfire. And as soon as it got dark, all the black lights came out and the hunt for Uper lights was on. A local actually let us use her black light and helped us look, and we actually found one within the first 60 seconds of looking. I've seen pictures and videos of them before, but it was such a cool experience to actually see one in person. And the last stop on our trip was a tour of the Stormy Cromer factory. For those of you that don't know the story behind this famous hat, this guy, Stormy Cromer, was a baseball player who used to wear his baseball hat while working as a railroad conductor, and he kept complaining that his hat would fly off his head. So he went home and told his wife that he needed to sew ear flaps on his hat so it would keep him warm and wouldn't fly off his head. And that's how the famous Stormy Cromer hat was born. And now it's evolved into an entire brand, not just hats. And I can honestly appreciate that story a ton because that sounds exactly like something my grandma and grandpa would do. They showed us the entire operation of how they make a hat and even clothes from start to finish. I was amazed at how hands-on the process is and that it's still family owned and operated. Some of their employees have been working there for more than 40 years. They even have an entire line for pets too. I'll leave a link in the description to their site if you guys are interested in getting something yourself or even going on a tour. Yeah, that wraps up our Ironwood trip. Huge thanks to Travel Ironwood for sponsoring this video and making this whole trip possible. If you guys are looking for places to stay or things to do while you're in Ironwood, visit travelironwood.com and I linked it in the description for you. We only had a couple of days, so we didn't even get to scratch the surface of all the things there is to do, but I already can't wait to go back. And I created a blog post that I'm also going to link in the description that has all of the locations and links to the locations that we went to and all the logistics. So if you guys want to plan your own trip to Ironwood, hopefully that will help. So yeah, like I said, that's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.